Hey everybody, Joe with Candid Movies. This time I will be talking to you all about The Creator. It is a sci-fi film that just came out, and it stars John David Washington, Gemma Chan, and Ken Watanabe. First off, let's start off with the positives about The Creator. Great marketing. When I watched the trailers and everything, it got me hyped to go to the movie theaters. It said, "Go see this movie in the biggest screen that you can." So I did. My wife and we ended up going to go see it on the IMAX screen, and I believe that it was worth it. It was beautiful to see. I could see that Rogue One style that they were kind of promising, and it was beautiful to see. Beautiful actors, actresses. The CGI was wonderfully made. You could tell that the sets weren't necessarily. You couldn't really tell that they were sets. It was just beautiful to see, beautiful to look at, and all of that. Also, I think, of course, when we're talking about the beauty of it all, the cinematography, the way that they zoomed in and enhanced on certain things that needed to be seen for the plot, I think that they did a wonderful job on that end. Great direction for that, I feel. Now, let's talk about the bad. Unfortunately, I came in with some expectations, which is something that I try not to do, but I couldn't help it because the marketing said that this was the sci-fi movie to see. That it was, probably going to be the most beautiful thing that you'll see, and they were right. It was very beautiful, but it was lacking. For all intents and purposes, I know that this movie is about AI and trusting AI and things like that, and how there's some deeper consequences to dealing with certain countries in the way that they decide to do things versus the way America decides to do things, which is an underlying thing there. But with all that said, none of the plot twists were twisty. I could tell from the very beginning what was going to happen, who was who, some of the things that the knowledge that they dropped. In the first act, I could tell exactly what was going to happen in the third. The second act was really just it was just there. I don't feel like they did, and even though this is like a 2-hour movie, I don't feel like they did enough to really explain the world. I feel that, like I was telling D, I feel that if this movie were a video game or split into different parts, or let's say they created some sort of like graphic novel or something to go along with it, I feel that The Creator would have been a much better movie. But I feel like they tried to, even though, like I said, it was a very long movie, I feel like they lost me not because things got complicated, because they weren't complicated enough. It was very lacking. I made a joke that this movie is about AI, and how they can help humanity and things like that, and how like there's a lot of people who don't trust AI, and things like that. But I felt like this script was probably written by AI. Let's just kind of throw it in there and see what it comes out with, and this is what happens. I also can see how certain conspiracy theorists would be like, see, this was just a movie to get us to trust the artificial intelligence that's being created and all that nonsense, I believe. But ultimately, I feel like there was no wow factor when it came down to the movie. And for that, I can't really recommend it, because you got to be more than beautiful to be, able to be watched. So ultimately, I feel that this movie will, as far as like a grade goes for me, the grade will probably be closer to a C minus. It was just totally lacking in the plot arena, in the character development arena, and I feel like the actors and actresses did what they could with what they did, but there were a lot of inconsistencies. Like, for example, Genma Chan grew up in Asia for the whole thing. Apparently, she, her character grew up in Asia and was speaking British English, and it's something that really irks me. If you're supposed to be from a certain place, get a dialect coach that will help you to speak that languages. Ken Watanabe was around a whole bunch of people that were speaking Thai, and he was the only one that was speaking Japanese that I heard. And so, because I'm familiar with the differences in the languages, it kind of threw me off as well. So it's just little nuances like that that need to be taken care of. I don't care how beautiful your movie is. I will not watch it again if it has no substance and it left no impact. And unfortunately, the creator did not leave an impact with me. So let me know whether or not you agree with me down in the comments below. I've been Joe with Candid the Movies. Please click that like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. And I'll take care and have a fantastic day. Peace.